Today we're learning about dividing integers. Now, we've learned that multiplying integers is repeated addition. Multiplication means to repeatedly add groups together. Division is the inverse operation of multiplication. That means taking the large number and splitting it into groups. Division is separating something into equal parts. For example, if I have 12 of something and I split it into 4 groups, I'm going to take these 12 numbers on the number line, I'm going to split those into 4 groups. Or I could split them into groups of 4. Let's do that, groups of 4. So there's one group of 4, here's another group of 4, and here's another group of 4. And I have 3 groups. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. Over here I have 12 positive chips, and if I split that into 4 groups, or groups of 4, here's a group of 4, here's a group of 4, and here's a group of 4, and I have 3 groups of 4. I cleaned my room 4 times and made $12 total. I was paid $3 each time I cleaned. So I cleaned my room 4 times and I made $12 total. 12 divided by 4 is 3. When you divide integers with different signs, an example would be negative 12 divided by 4. Okay, so I drew out a number line with negative numbers all the way to 12, and we're going to split these numbers into groups of 4. So starting at 0, here's a group of 4, here's a group of 4, it's 4, negative 8, and negative 12. So negative 12 divided into groups of 4 gives me 3 groups. So my quotient is 3. But I moved it in negative direction, so it's going to be a negative 3. Over here I have 12 negative integer chips, and I could, I'm going to put them in groups of 4. So here's a group of 4, here's a group of 4, and here's a group of 4. So that made 3 groups of negative chips. So 3 groups of negatives. All right, here's a story that can go with this. I borrowed the same amount of money 4 times, and I owe $12 total. I borrowed $3 each time. I owe $12 total. I borrowed the same amount of money 4 times, so I must have borrowed $3 each time. Divide integers with the same sign. An example, negative 12 divided by a negative 4. Just like with multiplication, when we multiplied a negative times a negative, our answer came out to be a positive. It's the same with division, because division is an inverse operation of multiplication. So negative 12 divided by negative 4, the 2 negatives end up canceling each other out, and our answer is going to be a positive. So I drew a positive number line out. Let's do a group of 4, a group of 4, 4, and another group of 4. And that's 3 groups. And so I have a positive 3. I also could have looked at it this way. I have 4, 8, 12 integer chips. Say that they are negative, because we have the negative 12. But when we turn around and divide by a negative 4, that changes these. I have to flip them to positives. Because a negative divided by a negative, the 2 negatives cancel out. I'm going to put 12 into group groups of 4. I get 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and my answer is 3. A story to match. I owed $12 total to 4 friends, but all 4 friends said I did not have to pay it back. So we do not have to pay the $4 back we do not have to pay the 4 friends back. I owed $12 total, so I was able to keep $3 from each friend. So I must have borrowed $3 from each friend, but they said, don't worry about paying it back to me. So I get to keep those $3. So turn to a positive. Now in this section, I want you to pause it. I want you to pause the video, and then when you're ready and you've worked these problems out, I want you to press play and you can check yourself. Go ahead and pause. Okay, negative 18 divided by 9. A negative divided by a positive. I owe $18 total to 9 people. I owe each person $2. Number 2, negative 24 divided by negative 6. I owe $24 to 6 people, but all 6 said $24 total to 6 people, and all 6 said I do not have to pay them back. Well, 24 divided by 6 I know is 4. A negative divided by a negative, they cancel out and I get a positive, positive 4. Negative 36 divided by 6. 36 divided by 6 I know is 6. And a negative divided by a positive is a negative. And a story to go with it, I owe $36 to 6 people. I owe each person $6. Number 4, I owe $25 to 5 people, but all 5 said I don't have to pay it back. So, it's $25 total. This would be my total. So I get to keep $5 from each person. 25 divided by 5 I know is 5. A negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive. I don't have to put a positive sign, I can just leave it 5 without any sign. 21 divided by a negative 7. 21 divided by 7 is just 3. Positive divided by a negative is a negative. Negative 15 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And a negative divided by a positive is a negative. Write an expression to match. I lost 12 pencils. The pencils were packaged equally in 2 boxes. So I lost 12 pencils. A loss is a negative value. So losing 12 pencils, that's my clue that this is a negative 12. And the pencils were packaged equally into 2 boxes. So I'm going to divide negative 12 by 2. This is the expression that matches the word story. Negative 12 divided by 2 equals negative 6.